Hey everyone, this is Stelly After with Clozo, and in this video, I'm going to tell you what to do when your pipeline is dry, when your opportunities are small, when the lead flow has slowed down, when you just don't have enough working material to really crush it and crush your quota and really generate massive amounts of sales. This is going to be a very short video. Here's what most people do when opportunities are drying up. For whatever reason, we're not going to analyze this right now. This is not going to be a video about the 10 ways to fix the pipeline or get bigger opportunities and all that. All that shit is cool, but this is not going to be about this. Most people, it's an attitude thing. Most salespeople, when they go through dry times, when they don't have as many leads, the leads are not as qualified, and they just don't have enough pipeline right now, what they do is they get into a state of anxiety, they stress themselves out, and they think consciously or subconsciously that since I don't have that much material to work with, since I don't have that many prospects to work with, every prospect is incredibly important and counts so much that I need to be even more careful. I need to convert even more of them. I cannot make mistakes. I need to make sure none of them are upset with me, and I need to just have a higher closing percentage, and I need just everything to be better, because if I don't have the volume that I'm used to, I need to make up for it in just perfection and execution. And what that mindset does is it puts you in a state that is needy. It puts you in a psychological state where you feel like you need every single of these prospects. Every single one of these opportunities needs to materialize. So you come into the conversations from a position of weakness, and you come into the conversation with an underlying tone of desperation and anxiety, and people, they can smell it, they can sense it. And not only am I convinced that you're going to be closing less deals and getting less people to feel like they want to buy from you and they want to do business with you, because they're going to be sensing that desperation, that urgency, that anxiety that you have. Not only do I think you're going to be performing less, but it's also going to suck for you. It's going to create this incredible anxiety and stress that will drain your resourcefulness, your creativity, your energy, your motivation in order to get out of that phase. Here's what I want you to do instead. And here's what I've been doing my whole life. When things dry up, when I have less things to do, less prospects to deal with, less leads in the system, I get bold. I become just crazy, and I go, you know what? Since I'm going through a dry time, might as well take some risks. Now's the time to be bold. Now's the time to take risks. Now's the time to try something crazy. Now's the time to have fun. I have all the time in the world. I don't have as many prospects. Might as well spend more time with them, have more fun with them, try crazier things, be bolder, be more excited, more motivated, more inspired. Experiment and learn. I don't have a lot of workload, might as well use that energy and that free time to experiment, to learn, to grow. And you know what? When I have that few deals on the table anyways, if I lose a few more or not, who cares? I'm going through a drought. Now's the time to change, to grow, to go outside my comfort zone, to try new things. Because when things are going amazing, I'm just in execution mode. I'm not thinking about experimenting. I'm not thinking about taking crazy risks. I'm trying to maximize, the return on all that great material that's coming into the funnel, all those great prospects, all those great leads, all those great chances and opportunities. When things are dry, it's time to take that space and get creative, to meditate, to learn, to grow. So with those deals, I might get even bolder. Maybe now that I have just a few prospects in my pipeline, I'm going to start trying to tell everybody you can only purchase from me if you purchase a 2-year contract versus the month-to-month one. This is something I've never tried before, and maybe that pisses off everybody. Then I'll learn not to do that, right? That really doesn't work. And maybe I see that half of the customers are happy to sign a 2-year contract, and I'll go, holy shit, this is an amazing learning. I would have never tried this personally before, but now that I've tried it, I've learned something that's so valuable to the business. maybe we should test this some more, and we might just have stumbled over the finding that we can get 50% of our customers to sign a 2-year contract versus just signing the month-to-month ones. Maybe instead of trying that, or if I try that, it doesn't work out, the next month, if the pipeline is still dry, I'll tell all my customers, you can only buy from me if you give me 2 referrals. And here's the deal. I am not going to spend all my time prospecting unqualified leads. I'm not going to spend any time pressuring you into any bad deal. I'm going to invest all my time selling you something that will make you successful, but also servicing you and also making sure I'll do anything and everything, give you all the resources you need to succeed. And in return, because I go beyond what a normal person would do, in return, you just, give me names of 2 people you like in this business that should know that our solution exists and that I exist as somebody they should be working with. And you try that. You aggressively try referral sales because you have a pipeline problem. Maybe that now is the time to heavily invest in referrals. And you do that really aggressively. You take risks, and maybe you piss somebody off, or maybe a bunch of people don't buy that would have bought if you hadn't tried this crazy experiment. Who cares? You're going through a drought. Now is the time to explore new channels, new ways of doing things, new ways of creating pipeline so you're not in this drought. This assumes that you're not doing outbound. This assumes that you are not responsible for generating the high quality of leads or all these opportunities. There's lots more to this topic, obviously, and I'm not going to cover everything. I just want to cover the attitude, the mindset. Most people, when things get scarce, they apply a scarcity mindset to the problem. Well, you cannot fight scarcity with a scarcity mindset. You have to fight scarcity with an abundance mindset. You have to look at scarcity as an opportunity to take more risk, to be more bold, and not as a threat that forces you to be even more conservative, to be even more careful, and to be even more restricted. That's not going to solve your problem. I hope that is useful and helpful to you watching, because if you're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a living human being, you will go through droughts. You will go through phases where things are not as abundant as they used to be. So a lot of times there's a simple reason for that, and you can fix that. But your mindset, and this is an important thing, your mindset during times of scarcity, your mindset needs to stay an abundant mindset. That's a challenge. A lot of us switch instantly into a scarcity mindset. And that's why we stay in those scarcity times and these low volume times or slow growth times for way too long. All right? Apply a bold, abundant mindset to these droughts of life and to these droughts of sales, and you will pick up, you'll learn, you'll grow. And these downtimes will be opportunities to bounce back much higher, much quicker, much faster. I want you to crush it. I'm looking forward to hear your comments down below. If you haven't yet, make sure to go to blog.close.io and subscribe to our blog. And if you ever want to get in touch with me, just shoot me an email at stelly@close.io. Always excited to hear from you and discuss sales, entrepreneurship, and life with anybody.